Hello everyone, day 36 of raising chicks, and that means it's the start of week 6. So keeping the heat lamp off, so temperature's around 62 right now. They clearly don't care. Again, because the heat lamp was off, there was no light in there, so they slept. So I didn't have to do anything this morning. I just came out here with the camera and I'm taking pictures of them. Because their water is once again pristine. They didn't eat any of their food, so they're going to get to that all right now. But as you've noticed, they're all still together, and I haven't cleaned this out yet because I'd like to say I'm lazy, but I've got so much going on between, homesteading in general and just having a full-time job, it takes your time up. So anyways, I will try to get to that today, but once again, I've got H braces and fencing to do, so I might not get to that today, but we'll see. Because I really do need to make sure they're clean. But it could be way worse, trust me. But anyways, as of right now, they are good, they are happy, well, I don't know if they're happy, but they are healthy, that's for sure. But yeah, that's all I got for today. So anyways, I will see you tomorrow for day 37. Hey everyone, Derek here, and it is day 37 of raising chicks. And as you can see, I moved them to the other side, so clean that out and got them in there. They did eat their food last night, so I had to fill up their food dish this morning, or their food container. You can see they got fresh water. They didn't touch that for some reason. I don't know why. But it is chilly outside, so it's like 64 degrees in the box, 58 degrees in the garage, and I'd say about 42 to 43 degrees outside. And as you can see, they don't care. They're warm enough in the box. So, and that one hopefully doesn't jump out. But let's get a close up of the girls. Wow, they're wild. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna put them, split them up, and put 5 in one side and leave 5 in the other. But we'll see. But anyways, that's all I got for today. I will see you tomorrow for day 38. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 38 of raising chicks. So this morning, once again, they're sleeping at night, so I'm not having to feed them until, I don't know, probably late morning. So they've got water, they've got food. It is 64 degrees in the brooder, while being 57 degrees in the garage, and 41 degrees outside right now, so it's pretty cold, but they don't care. They are good to go. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm probably gonna clean out the other side, and I don't want to switch them both because it's just gonna be a pain having two sides, but I think I might have to separate them because they're getting big and I don't want them to be too crowded. So if I can get out here today, maybe on my lunch break for work or after work, clean out that other side and swap them over. I've got food containers for them, so that's not a problem. But then I'll go through food at the same rate, right? Because 5 of them will go through one container versus 10 going through 2, right? So anyways, that is all I've got for today, and I will see you tomorrow for day 39.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Do your chicken butts look like this? Or like this?
maybe a little like this, or even like this. Well, then your chicken has what is commonly referred to as pasty butt. But don't cry, this is very easy to take care of. And since I didn't have any chicks with pasty butt this time around, I found 2 videos explaining how to resolve this issue quickly and effectively. The first is from Tanner Farmstead.
But I found the best method to be actually grabbing the chick and putting their rear end just under some warm water. Make sure it's not hot, but just putting it on under some warm water, and it's going to really loosen up that hard manure that's stuck to them. You don't want to pull this, but you really got to soften it up. And I found that a warm washcloth or a warm paper towel doesn't really do the trick. And so the best method to me has been sticking that chick's butt under the water, softening up that manure, and then you can kind of twist it off with a wet washcloth or paper towel.
This next video is from Oak Abode.
Here is how simple the fix for pasty butt is that I like to use. All I do is I soak their little bum in some warm, not too hot, not too cold, just warm water. And I'll explain what to do next as well as what to be careful of and not to do. So when choosing a soaking device, I'm actually pretty particular. I like to have something that has a wide lid and that is fairly shallow. Today I'm using a disposable margarita glass because why not? Kind of my thinking was that the bottom little area would provide kind of a place for his legs. I don't know if it really worked that much better or worse than other cups I've used in the past, but I will link the exact cups that I've used and that I approve of for fixing pasty butt below. Trust me, you are going to want something disposable. You're not going to want to use something that you are going to have to drink out of again in the future. As long as the water is the right temperature and your chick is fairly conditioned and just taught that humans are a positive experience, you'll notice that they usually tend to relax pretty quickly. Their body will relax and sometimes they'll even close their eyes and take a little nap. I will put on the screen exactly how much time elapsed for little Rupert's case here. But what I'm doing is I'm just kind of checking the pasty butt area, and what I'm looking for is to see some of the poop start to fall off by itself. So what you don't want to do is you do not want to be scraping it off yourself. And I'll explain why in a second. That can actually be a little bit dangerous. I want to see it start to dissolve, and then I'm going to take the paper towel. You should always have more paper towels on hand, but I'm going to take some more paper towel and I'm just going to agitate the area a little bit to make sure that as much of the poop is exposed to the warm water as possible. Again, we're just looking for it to kind of come off nice and easy. Little check here, seeing that we're not making a whole lot of progress, so back in the bath he goes. It's always really important to be very slow and calm with chicks as much as possible. Slow, calm, gentle, that's the name of the game. They'll have little freakouts, but I find that they pretty quickly realize if you keep your level head, then they are pretty much trusting of most of what you will do to them. It is really important to treat pasty butt. It should never be left untreated because what can happen is it can actually inhibit their ability to poop at all. And then you can be looking at chicks dying from it, a pretty awful death. So that's not something that you want to happen. It only takes a few minutes and is well worth treating. So here I'm just going to agitate the area a little bit. As you can see, some of it's starting to come off. If you want to wear gloves, you are welcome to wear gloves. If you are keeping chickens, just be prepared for the fact that you're going to get chicken poop on you sometimes. I mean, that's just kind of the name of the game. So it didn't all come off, but you'll notice what I didn't do is I didn't start peeling it off. I'm just putting it back in to soak some more. So what you need to be really careful of is, especially with newly hatched chicks, there's oftentimes a little bump, which is where the equivalent of the umbilical cord. I don't think that's what it is in actual birds, but where the nutrients from the yolk would have attached to them, there's a little bump back there, and oftentimes that's kind of what gets pasty butt started in my experience, is the poop getting stuck to that bump and then building up. So what you don't want to do is start scraping, because you could actually scrape the chick itself, and that would be horribly painful, could create infection. Definitely not what you want to do. So just allow the poop to come off on its own. Again, a little bit of gentle agitation here. I'm really not pulling. I'm being very, very gentle. And there you go. Most of it came off right there. So it actually doesn't feel like it all came off, but what is left there is what I believe is basically the equivalent of the chick belly button. So you don't want to need it to be perfectly smooth. You definitely just want to soak it as much as you need to and then let the poop dissolve. Then from there, some gentle wiping and agitation. Now, the next thing you want to be very careful of is you don't necessarily want to put a wet chick back with the others. The first thing that could happen is the other chicks could be very curious about why this chick looks different. They could start pecking at it. And if you know anything about chickens, they can be horrible about pecking and actually cause some serious injuries that way. So I'm going to dry little Rupert off here as best I can with the paper towel. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give him a gentle, very gentle blow dry, because I am going to put him back outside with the other chicks. I could keep him inside or keep him in a separate area until he dries on his own. That would be totally possible too, but as you'll see in a second, I've found that chicks and chickens actually seem to quite enjoy a little blow dry, a little spa day. So nothing wrong with that. I just keep the blow dryer either on cool or warm, and I keep it quite far away from them so it's not too powerful, and you definitely actually don't want it hot on their skin. So you don't want to do this too much because it could dry out their skin, but once or twice in their lifetime, I don't see any problem with. The other reason we want to do that is because we do not want him going outside while he is wet when it is anywhere near relatively cold.
Well, there you have it, folks. Simple solutions to a gross but manageable problem. And if you're interested in more content from either of those channels, links are in the description below. Now, back to the regularly scheduled programming.
Hey everyone, Derek here, and it is day 39 of raising chicks. And today, just like yesterday, I didn't have to feed them because they still have food in their feeder. Their water's still good, so they're fine. We're looking at about 64 degrees in the box, 59 degrees in the garage, 43 degrees outside. I did not clean the opposite side because apparently yesterday was a holiday and I didn't realize it. So I was working, at least I started to work, and then I realized when nobody actually showed up for work that maybe it's a holiday. So I started Googling around. Oh, of course, it was Columbus Day. So I'm like, okay, guess I don't have to work today. So because of that, I got a bunch of work done with fencing, which I will have that video coming out too. Basically, I had to build another gate into my existing barbed wire fence. So I had to cut some barbed wire fencing, and I added more T-posts. I did a whole bunch of stuff. So anyways, I was working on that yesterday, and I did not get around to cleaning this out. But today will be the day, I promise. I am going to clean the opposite side out. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to put 5 in there or not, but I will at least get it cleaned out. So anyways, let's get a close-up for today. They are loving flying, I'll tell you that much. The funny thing is none of them have actually ever flown out of the box. They like to go up on the ledge and look around at each other, and then they hop back in. So I'm not too worried about it. But anyways, I will see you tomorrow for day 40. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 40 of raising chicks. And I hope everyone enjoyed the unscheduled interruption in the daily videos. I told you guys I wanted to explain and show you exactly what pasty butt is and how to resolve it, and those 2 videos were excellent examples of how to resolve it. And they've got great content, so click the link in the description and check out their channels. Anyways, today, as you can tell, they have been moved over to the new cleaned side, and they are prepared to dirty it up in the next 3 to 4 days, because that's how quickly it seems to be at this age. But I'm going to clean the other side. I'm still going to keep them together for right now because, they've got enough room. They're not crowded. But probably next week, probably when I have to clean this side again, I'll move them to that side, clean this side, and then bring 5 back over to this side. So anyways, today the temperature is around 67 degrees in the box, 61 degrees outside in the garage, about 45 degrees today. So it's getting a little warmer outside. I didn't do anything. Their food is the same. Their water is the same. They don't eat and drink at night when they're sleeping. So everything there is good to go. So anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the the change in pace and the videos that were for those of you who watched them, the videos that I added. So anyways, that's all I've got for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 41. Good morning, Derek here, and it is day 41 of raising chicks. And today, haven't had to do much like normal. There's food in their food bin. There's water in their water dish, water feeder, whatever. It's 69 degrees in the box and 61 degrees outside in the garage. It is, I think it was about 50 degrees when I was driving home today, so it's warm enough. I don't think, I didn't get a chance to clean the opposite side yet, but I'm not going to move them until tomorrow anyways, so that will be the day. I will split them up into 2 sections, so for week 7 and, I don't know, maybe week 8, we'll see how big they get after week 7, if I'm ready to put them out in the coop with the other birds or not. I mean, like this one right here, right over here, she's pretty big, so I mean, but still not big enough to tussle with the other birds that are full size, so we're gonna give them some time. But I mean, these birds right now, if you, like I've said it before, 5 weeks, these birds would have been able to go into the coop if there was just an empty coop by themselves. So they'd have been ready to be outside and doing their thing. So anyways, let's get a close-up. But yeah, they are, I mean, while I wouldn't call this crowded, they definitely could use some extra space. So I'm going to get them separated. But, and the reason I don't just knock that wall out is because it's actually easier to get them out of the brooder when they don't have such a large space to run around in. So that's one. And then 2, if I want to raise chicks again, I don't want to have to put the wall up every time I raise chicks, because you want a smaller area for when they're, you know, only a few weeks old, right? So anyways, I'm talking too much here. That's all I got for today. I will see you tomorrow for day 42. Good morning and welcome to day 42 of raising chicks. This is the conclusion of week 6. And as you can see, I have moved 5 of them to this side. Cleaned out this side yesterday, got all new bedding in there for them, and I moved them over this morning. I didn't move them over yesterday, but and then I gave them a new perch too. So check this out. So they got a perch because the other perch was smaller, or I should say, it wasn't as tall. So because it can already jump up there, right? Figured I'd give them a taller perch. So here's these 5. And now we're going to move over, put this back here. So these videos might get a little bit longer now that I got to check both sides. And move over here. And as you can see, they've already got hay or straw in their water, but whatever. But they also have a taller perch, so I got them a taller perch too. I cleaned out this side as well, gave them new bedding. So they all have clean bedding now, and they're split up. So this is the way it's going to be for probably the next 2 weeks. I've decided I'm going to let them go 8 weeks, so you guys will hear from me for another 2 weeks until I finally get them out in the coop with the other birds. But right now it's 65 degrees in, well, 65 degrees in this box here, which obviously it's probably the same on the other side too. It's 58 degrees in the garage. It is 40 degrees outside, so it's pretty cool outside. But that's it. I did give them new water and new feed this morning because basically they had they needed, that one over there needed feed to begin with because it's a brand new box, and this one here they had pretty much finished their feed. So yeah, so that's about it. So that's going to wrap up week 6. I will be releasing this video tonight. And I will start with week 7 and day 43 tomorrow.